Michelle in the chat. Um, she says she does see that your background is super unique in her comment, but she had a question just about your day-to-day sort of work in your agency. She says you have employees. She wants to know if you have a storefront for your business or you're totally virtual, and how are your employees' hours? Or are they working 8 hours a day, or is it something completely different?
Mhm. No storefront. We're completely virtual. Even my clients in Houston, I don't meet with. But I'm just very like operate. I'm like, well, it would take me 30 minutes to get there and 30 minutes back, and that's like time I could be
Yeah.
doing on something else. So no storefront. And then also because my whole team is completely virtual as well and has been since pre-COVID. So that's that part of the question. And then in terms of the number of hours, the team is like the core team is all full-time and they do work 8-ish hours a day. For me, I just decided I'm not paying hourly and I'm not tracking, although we do track our time for other reasons. I want to know like which clients are the least profitable and that kind of stuff. So we do track our time, but I don't look at it very often. I just pay, like twice a month or whatever it is. And everybody's like, the agreement when you come work for me is you're trying to work 40 hours a week. If you work 45, like, sorry, like that's
Yeah.
great. Like you're going to do that, but don't do that so often that I don't know. And then I'm not thinking about either hiring or reducing sales. And don't work 35 hours a week so often that you could be doing more things for the company. So I kind of am hiring that type A person who wants that lifestyle, wants to be salaried. And our target is 40 hours a week. I don't want anyone overworked. I don't want anyone underworked. And then we all just kind of like, we're really close, even though we're remote. So we kind of operate on that basis.
All right. So, I mean, Michelle had a follow up, and we'll grab it. She just like so. I guess she just wants clarification. I mean, do you don't track your employees' time at all? Is it just because of your relationship with them and because of communication with them is probably the more appropriate term that you know when what kind of hours they're working? And I mean, you just seem to have it just seems to be a trust in your employees because of how you vetted them when you're hiring and the data you track that you don't really see a need to track their time.
Yeah, so we do use a tool called Toggle, Toggl. I actually started using it to track my own time because I wanted to know where my hours were going, like where am
Okay.
I stuck? And that's a great way to kind of determine where your bottlenecks are too. And everyone on the team does do it and is required to do it. And it's mostly because we'll turn it on when when we're working on a particular client's trip so that we know like XYZ. I've actually done this. A client has been like, not very many clients ask us, but they'll say, hey, how about you like waive our fee? And I'm like, last year we put 37.4 hours onto your trips and you actually only took one of them. No, thank you. It's like really nice to have that amount of data. But so we do track it. So I can go to see, but they also could lie on that tracker,
Yeah.
right? So for me, I'm hiring people who I trust. I worked salaried before this. I worked 70 or 80 hours a week or 90 hours a week. Sometimes nobody told me I had to do that, but I'm hiring people who are type A type people who want to do a good job. And I'm very clear on that sort of agreement when they start. Like this isn't a clock in at 9, clock out at 5 job. This is work whenever you want. Your kids need to go to school, baby is sick, stay home, that's fine. But you don't want to take the day off, but you want to work at night, it's fine with me. We're all in different time zones anyway, for the most part. So it's sort of like the culture, I guess, that we built on the team as well.
Okay. Yeah.